I think we should talk about our brothers and sisters that are misstepping in their faith. And I think you bring up a good point. Let's take this time to talk about those people, the progressive side of our faith, and the damage that they're doing to themselves in their walk.
Yeah, well, I think they gotta look at what the truth is. Like, you can't bend. Like, I mean, this is just one issue that progressive Christianity gets into, whether it's the LGBTQ community, sex before marriage, like all these different issues that they're like held not existing. Like, they're just you can't be molding the Bible to what you want it to do for culture's sake. And they have no excuse on being, I would say, pro-choice today. There's zero excuse as a Christian, I think. And so they need to own that and I've gotten in arguments with some on it, and they come up with the most ridiculous excuses. It's like more people die from poverty than abortions every year, so you're mad about abortions? Like, why aren't you fighting poverty? And it's like just straw man argument after straw man. Another time I got asked, well, how many kids are you going to adopt? That was the rebuttal to me being against abortion from a Christian. And I'm like, this is not that's not how this works.
That's a cheap shot.
It means absolutely nothing. So I think it's just one example of them trying to fit into culture, and we are called to look different from culture. Like, we are going to be persecuted. We are supposed to look different from the world today in our opinions and our morals. And
that's right.
I think it's just not an acceptable stance to take, biblically, logically. Like, it's just full of so many holes to say you're pro-choice as a Christian today. I think I agree. It's not acceptable.
I don't think those people are opening their Bibles. And my question to you guys is, if you're not paying attention to the full document of the Bible, you're not appreciating it as God's word, then what is telling you to choose and decide on the issues? Is it just a general feeling? You know, and these are the feelings, these are the statements of your faith that people are hearing. And so we, as Mike said, we are here to stand in the face of opposition and stand for truth. And that's going to mean our truth comes from somewhere. It's not something I think up. God is not a person that I am creating. This is a person I'm getting to know, and he's telling me who he is. And that's not up for debate. You know, and so we have to pay attention to who he said he is, and that's in the Word. So I urge you to ask yourself the resources of who's defining God for you, because that's not something that's up for debate. You have to be able to hold yourself accountable to your faith, because being a Christian, these men sitting around this table, we are flawed men. We're nowhere near Christ. We're nowhere near Peter. It's not about a game of hierarchy of perfection. We call ourselves Christians because we desire to know God. We want to know who Christ is, and we want to be near him. We want to be close with him. We want to please him. And so that desire is what drives us, and we're not trying to make him anything else than what he is, because then we're getting to know deception. We're getting to know Satan. We're getting to know the opposite of what our desires are.